another episode on the Christian Composer. My name is Emmanuel. I'm your host as usual. The last time we dealt with part 1, the vector and the physical vector. Today we are dealing with part 2, the vector and the disease vector. So just in case you are just joining us, you can go to our YouTube channel, click on playlist. You see the vector and the vector series. Is advisable to start from part 1A so that you will not miss any of the things we have discussed so far, and then you can follow the series up till the end. Okay, so what are disease vectors, or what is a disease vector? A disease vector is an animal that on its own cannot cause a disease. On its own it's harmless, it's okay, but inside or on that organism, that living thing carries on it or in it another living thing that causes a disease. So now, let's say we have a mosquito. If the mosquito bites you, the mosquito cannot give you a disease. But inside the mosquito, there can be another organism living in that mosquito, the Plasmodium parasite. So the mosquito, while biting you, will transfer the parasite into you, and that parasite will make you sick. So the mosquito, for carrying that disease-causing organism, is a vector, because the mosquito itself is not making you sick. It is the organism inside the mosquito that is making you sick. That is what a disease vector is. So how is a disease vector relevant to our Christian walk? The concept of disease vectors is just a metaphor for human beings. Just follow me as we continue. We have two types of disease vectors in parasitology. We have the mechanical disease vectors and the biological disease vectors. I will explain both. The mechanical disease vectors are those that they do not carry the parasites, they do not carry the pathogen inside their bodies. No, the pathogen collects on their bodies. For example, flies now, they have hairy bodies. They have bristles all over them. And so a fly will go and perch on a dustbin, will go and perch in the toilet and perch here and there and carry all kinds of germs. And that same fly will come and land upon your food with all the bacteria that it has carried from here and there. So the fly now doesn't have anything inside of it. It only has it outside of it. And that pathogen enters your food and it makes you sick. Other examples of mechanical vectors are cockroaches, mice, rats, assassin bugs, birds, even human beings. You see your friend, hey Jide, what's up? And you shake Jide. You don't know that Jide has moved around and tampered with all kinds of stuff. And Jide transfers bacteria or transfers something to you, and then you just go and you probably put it in your mouth or touch your eyes or something. And a few days later, you start feeling sick. You won't even associate it with Jide because Jide has long gone 3 days ago, 1 week ago, probably 1 month ago. And then you are now sick over time. So mechanical vectors don't carry the pathogen inside of them, but outside on their external bodies. What does this represent? Mechanical vectors in this context represents those people that they do not speak to you. They are not close enough to interact with you and say things to you and directly influence you. But there is an aura around them. But at least you can see their lifestyle. Their lifestyle appeals to you or is sending a message to you. And that message is corrupting your spirit. You open the internet and then you see a particular person whom they call a celebrity is half naked. That celebrity has not said a word to you. But already there is a message, there is a signal sent to you, there's a vibe sent to you already. You open your maybe computer and you see someone flashing wads of dollars and praising gods of material things with chains and gold and everything. Now, that person did not say a word to you, but they have transmitted a message to you that to be relevant in this world, to be reckoned with in this world, you have to praise the God of material things. They don't even need to be very close to you physically these days. They can transmit to you over the air. They can transmit to you on your screen. They can transmit to you at work. They don't even talk to you. Probably you work in a different department, they work in a different department, but you can notice a vibe around them that is polluting your spirit. Those are mechanical vectors. This pollute your spirit without having to directly influence you, without having to directly say a word to you, without having to directly chastise you or try to mold you in a certain way. They subconsciously do it to you. They are mechanical vectors. What about biological vectors? Now, these are vectors that carry the pathogen inside of them, and for you to get that pathogen infused into you or upon you, they have to liberate it from them. For example, when they bite you, maybe as a mosquito is taking a blood meal from you, the pathogen is going inside of you. Maybe when you kill an insect and the liquid, the infected fluid touches your skin or goes into your mouth or something, you get sick. You might even eat them, probably without cooking them properly, and then you become sick. We have many examples in biology. I mean, snails, mosquitoes, flies, and all of them. Sand flies, black flies, and we are not dealing with that now. So these represent people that have to directly transmit a message to you, verbally or through direct influence, and they pollute your spirit. Either now, when they take something from you, maybe as a mosquito is taking your blood. Now, someone can tell you that, oh, why are you dressing like this? You are dressing like a grandmother. And you look at yourself. To you, you are dressing decently. To you, you are dressing okay. To you, you feel comfortable. But because that person has said, hey, you, why don't you dress in a trendy way? Why are you dressing like a grandmother? And then that has registered in your psyche. Then you go to the mirror and look at yourself. Oh, it's true. I'm dressed like a grandmother. And what do you know? You start to conform. Oh, why don't you wear this instead? They are putting something inside of you. Oh, why don't you do this instead? They are putting something inside of you. Oh, everybody does it. They are putting something inside of you. It is not wrong to embezzle a little money here and there. They are putting something inside of you. So biological vectors directly put something inside of you. So you go online now and you hear a celebrity saying all kinds of jargons, giving bad relationship advice, condemning your Christian service. You see atheists, you see persecution here and there, saying things to demean your faith. These are biological vectors, and their sole aim is to take you out of Christianity or take Christianity out of you, or to put in their vomitors, to put in some biological vectors have to defecate on your food or on you for you to get infected. Then they put in their rubbish upon you, they defecate on you, and you get infected. Your spirit is polluted. And they are all over the place. They are everywhere today. Again, they don't need to be in close proximity to you. They can bite you from your phone screen. They can bite you from your computer. They can bite you from the home videos. They can bite you from the television. They can bite you from your workplace. They can bite you from anywhere. In as much as there is the opportunity for them to transmit that message, for the message to reach you, they can bite you. They can bite you over the radio. They can bite you on a billboard. You are passing by, you see one advert that is praising the god of secularity or the god of sex. You have been beaten. You are reading a newspaper, you are reading a magazine, they can bite you through it. Biological vectors are everywhere today. Now let me establish that it is impossible for you to eradicate all disease vectors from the world. Almost impossible. I mean, imagine a man saying that I'm going to destroy all disease vectors in the world. I'm going to kill all the ants, all the flies, all the birds, probably have to kill some human beings. I'm going to kill all the assassin bugs, destroy all the snails, destroy all the rats, destroy all the mice, and all over the world. You are joking. They are in the forests as they are in the houses. They are in the cities, in the countryside. You can't kill them all. They reproduce fast. They are dispersed. They are ubiquitous, dispersed all over the world. So how are you going to accomplish that? You can't. So the best you can do is to protect yourself against disease vectors. And so how do you accomplish that? I will give you 4 proven ways to protect yourself from disease vectors.